As they say in PIHL hockey, let's do that PIHL hockey. We are back at Bugsy's place for a PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader to kick off Week 11 here on 10 Band TV, sponsored by the Academy of Podiatry. Hello, good evening, and welcome. I'm Matt Popchock, and tonight for game number 1 of 2 here on 10 Band TV, we have a North versus South battle as the Butler Golden Tornado take on the defending Penguins Cup champion Thomas Jefferson Jaguars in Class AA of the Pennsylvania Interscholastic Hockey League. And tonight in this opener of our doubleheader, it's a battle of second-year head coaches. The Butler Golden Tornado, led by Nick Minton, as they try to erase a 3-year playoff drought. The Golden Tornado coming in off a victory over Mars 7-3 last Monday at Frozen Pond. They are 2-9 overall, good for 4 points in the number 10 spot in Class AA, as the top 8 will make the playoffs in Penguins Cup play this season. The Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, coached by a royal, if you will, a former Los Angeles King or member of the Kings organization. Former 3-time Thomas Jefferson state champion John Zeiler is in his second year manning the Thomas Jefferson bench, and of course he had that Penguins Cup championship victory last spring in his first season at the helm. TJ trying to stop spinning the tires on its title defense, as it were. When we last saw the Jaguars, they had defeated Latrobe in a shootout here at the Ice Castle by a 5-4 final score. Since that victory, they've dropped back-to-back games, including a 2-1 heartbreaker at the hands of Armstrong back on the 1st of December. And the one constant, though, for Thomas Jefferson has been Jake Stock, younger brother of Nick Stock, who was integral to that championship run last year. Stock wearing number 21 in white and black and gold, the junior forward. 6 goals on the year, 9 points. Those 9 points second on the team. Stock with a goal in 5 of his last 6 appearances in varsity play for TJ. And for TJ, this is the second of 4 straight home games. So they want to get that home cooking going tonight and do it against a Butler Golden Tornado squad that they defeated twice in the regular season series a year ago, both by identical 10-2 final scores. And the Golden Tornado, as I said, coming off that victory that snapped a 4-game losing streak, they're in the opposite boat. They've got 3 of their next 4 on the road starting tonight, and they have not won a road game, a proper road game, since Halloween night. But the big key offensively for Butler has been Owen Denny, and Minton really likes Owen Denny. He was a third liner as a sophomore last year, and this year as a junior, wearing number 91 in dark blue and rustic gold. He is really coming into his own. 11 goals on the season for Denny, putting him 4th in Class AA in that category, and his 16 points lead the team. Denny pumped in a pair and also had an assist in that victory over Mars. He has a point in 5 consecutive games. And if you're Thomas Jefferson, you want to stay out of the box as well, because Denny is tied for the overall Class AA lead in individual power play goals, with 5 of those already, as we're not even at the holiday break. And we are just moments away from puck drop here at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, where we are trackside, as it were, here on 10 Band TV. Thomas Jefferson, we told you about them. The likely starter in goal, Aiden Doherty, 27 saves in a very game effort, despite not getting the result against Armstrong. And on the Butler side of things, the smart money, if you will, is on E.J. Delaney, who has played 449 minutes and change coming into tonight's contest. He is second among Class AA netminders among those who qualify in total minutes played this regular season. Thomas Jefferson, one of those proud South Hills programs you always hear about, again led by John Zeiler. Pennsylvania Cup champion in 1998, 1999, and 2000. One of the very first PIHL players to make it to the National Hockey League. Drafted by the then Phoenix Coyotes. Of course, as I said, then he played for the LA Kings before finishing his professional career in the German professional ranks. And came back here to TJ to lead the varsity squad after longtime varsity head coach Bill Krause retired in the spring of 2021. Nick Minton and his Golden Tornado trying to play the role of road warrior tonight. Butler really needs to get its season going in a big way if they want to creep back into within hailing distance of a playoff spot in Class AA. Still more than half the regular season to go, but Butler already has 11 games under their belt, and as Casey Stengel once said, it gets late early. Referee Crawford drops the puck, and the Golden Tornado control the opening faceoff, skating from left to right on your TV, computer, or mobile device to begin the contest. There's a steal in the defensive zone by Thomas Jefferson as it comes up ahead to Ryder McGurk. McGurk from the Butler blue line wrists it hard and long up in the protective netting over the noggin of E.J. Delaney, so we'll get a faceoff just outside that Butler blue stripe. 18 seconds in, our first stoppage. Both teams' forward lines going to stay out there for this faceoff. Crawford and Naylor, the officials for tonight's first game of this PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader, and another face-off win for Butler. Thomas Jefferson standing them up at center red and generating some traffic in the neutral zone to dislodge the puck right in front of the Jaguar bench. Butler playing it and pushing it forward. A shoulder bump there on Jack Johnson, the junior, and TJ sends it up into the Butler zone. This should be long enough for icing, and it is. So 39 seconds in, we already have 2 stoppages, and now Minton's going to change it up here before the offensive zone faceoff to the left of Aiden Doherty. 305 minutes played, 2-4 record, 334 goals against average, 847 save percentage for Doherty coming in. Not gaudy numbers per se, but Thomas Jefferson, a very strong team defensively. They rank 5th in Class AA out of 11 total teams in total defense. 32 goals allowed in all on the season. As this puck is sent deep into Butler territory, Oliver, the alternate captain, Andrew Oliver, tried to set up Lance Smith, the TJ captain, at the left point, but it was not to be. And Owen Denny goes in after this puck for Butler, but he's not going to get to it first. Landon Hintemeyer, the senior, will. And up back to center it comes. That wasn't Hintemeyer, actually. That was Zach Strutt, the senior defenseman, clearing that puck out of his own end. Butler coming back to center with it, and this outlet pass beyond the reach of the intended recipient, and this will be icing on the Golden Tornado. Face off to the left of E.J. Delaney early in a scoreless first period. Nathan Weiss to take it for TJ. Against Adam Deal, the senior forward for Butler, and this time the Jaguars get a face-off win deep in Butler territory. The puck controlled in front of the Butler cage, however, by the visiting Golden Tornado, and this pass up ahead a little too heavy for Deal. Thomas Jefferson gathering it in defensively and daring to play it in front of their own netminder. Smith for Strutt, dumps it in the Butler zone. Waiting for it was Kean Freese, the junior defenseman for Butler. 50-50 battle along the near half wall here is going to be won by the Golden Tornado. And they send it off their own bench and up to center for Braden Hardsock, the sophomore. But the Golden Tornado are offside 2 minutes into the game. Kyle Seiler to take this one against Braden Pavlik, the senior, and Seiler wins the faceoff for TJ. Thomas Jefferson deep in its own zone, gave it away. Look out, bouncing puck in front of Doherty. Doherty pins his leg up against the far post. Oh, no harm done there as Pellegrino couldn't keep it in at the right point. This will not be icing. Delaney has to play this puck to his right, and he'll get it around the boards where it's intercepted by the Jaguars. Centering pass out in front went by everybody. Here's Schliebner off of Butler's skate, and that deflected wide. Drew Schliebner, the senior defenseman, pulling the trigger there, and he'll do it again and put it off the blocker of Delaney, this time from long range. Seiler from the right circle. In on goal, Delaney with a stick save there. And a rebound loose at the sideline that Delaney doesn't know where it is. It's underneath him somehow, some way. And play is whistled dead as we get a face-off in Butler ice. And Seiler wants to put a fresh unit out there for the offensive zone face-off. Butler making changes as well. Scott Allen against Parker Worsley. Worsley leading the Golden Tornado in assists with 8, second on the team in points with 15, as this puck is tapped wide of the boards. Butler will play it back to center, and waiting for it right there is Brian Spencer, the sophomore D-man. Around the boards it comes. Allen comes in after it and takes it away. Allen near corner, behind the goal line for McGurk. McGurk watched by 3 men. For McCann. McCann through a crowd. Oh, just getting a piece of that with the left leg was Delaney. And Butler with a chance the other way if it can hurry. And Allen ties up his man. Nothing called. To the point it comes for Hoffman. Hoffman between the circles. Hoffman unable to handle that centering pass. And here comes Spencer the other way for Thomas Jefferson. Spencer has McGurk down the right side. Goes that way. McGurk one-timer puts it wide. Everything there but the execution for Thomas Jefferson. And we remain scoreless. No icing, says Crawford. It was deflected off McCann, so Doherty has to play this puck as both teams change on the fly. Smith blazing through center. Gets it in deep. And in after it for TJ was Jake Stock, but he couldn't get there in time. Butler sends this puck deep into the Thomas Jefferson zone as Strutt plays it on his backhand. Around the boards, it's intercepted by one of the Golden Tornado. That's Jackson Salata. Salata sends it in behind the TJ goal line as Strutt is hit hard by the JV move-up wearing number 33 in dark blue for Butler. Leah Mahoney trying to enter the offensive zone for TJ, but couldn't handle the puck in the process. Freeze has it for Butler. That outlet pass, Butler has to retreat to play that puck. And ultimately, the Jaguars retake possession as it's tapped back to center. Lance Smith, left side. Over the line, shoots it wide of the goal, off the glass. Stock from the far boards to nobody in particular. Stock off the half wall, stood up by one of the Butler defenders. And we're going to get coincidental penalties here against Stock, I believe, and Grant Holt, the sophomore defenseman. Just over 6 minutes into the first period, no score. It looks like they're both going to go off here, so we should remain 5-on-5. It is Stock for holding and Holt for cross-checking. The indications from referee Naylor. So indeed, we remain 5 aside. Thomas Jefferson wins the face-off, but a good job of aggressive back-checking there by Adam Deal to get it outside his own end. This outlet pass right on the tape of Nick Best. Best comes back 1-on-2. Best top of the left circle. Hits the brakes. Pulls back. Can't find anyone to go to. He gives it up to Deal. Deal couldn't get it up ahead to Blystone. Butler has to retreat to play this puck in a hard collision there. Nathan Hull, the senior, getting the worst of that one, it looked like. And here comes TJ over the blue line. Weiss, right circle. Shot, save made Delaney. Rebound in front. Best couldn't locate it. Lance Smith, left point. Smith down low, behind the net for Best. Best couldn't get it out in front. Nathan Weiss trying to duck around a check there, but Deal was able to dislodge the puck. Couldn't get it out, though. Derek Schliebner, the freshman defenseman, sends it around the boards. Near corner it comes. Golden Tornado having some trouble getting this puck outside their zone, as finally they will do so. Lance Smith gains the red line, dumps it in, and goes off for a line change. Lead pass, too far for Andrew Roskovsky. TJ goes D to D. This outlet pass intended for Seiler is broken up, and it comes right back to the player who made it, and that was Derek Schliebner. Schliebner pinching in deep after this puck was dispossessed. And Thomas Jefferson retreats to the center circle to gather it in. Hintenmeyer up ahead for Ashton Collar. Collar to the corner. Ridden off the puck neatly. Seiler trying to play it. He can't. And Freeze is going to gather it in and send it up, but not out. Butler again unable to clear the zone. Schliebner with a good keep there at the right point. And look at this hustle by Hintenmeyer to get it in deep. Seiler going in after it now. Can Holland get it out? No, he can't. Here's Schliebner. Slapper. Blocker save made. Oh, Delaney saw that, I think, at the last possible second. Now Drew Schliebner will play it up ahead for Thomas Jefferson. For Seiler. Good poke check there, though, by Braden Pavlik. Pavlik counterattacking for Butler. Pavlik with a wrist shot from distance. That's gathered in. Save made. Rebound. Oh, Doherty took a stick to the stomach. And Drew Schliebner let Pavlik know that he was none too happy about it, as we have 9.5 to play in a scoreless first. Allen to take the defensive zone faceoff for TJ against Worsley. Worsley wins it cleanly for Butler and goes forward to the far corner. Worsley had it taken off his stick, though. Pellegrino keeps it in for Jack Johnson, I beg your pardon. Around the boards now for Ryan Gallus of Thomas Jefferson. Back to center. McCann goes in after this puck, playing it defensively for TJ in front of his own goal crease. And it's tapped down low by Worsley. Worsley unable to hook up with Johnson there behind the net, as this puck is sent the length of the ice, and this will be icing against the Jaguars. Oliver to take the face-off for TJ, but it's won by the Golden Tornado. That shot was blocked. And Mahoney able to clear the zone for TJ. McCann gets it deep. Good poke check there down low by Oliver. Oliver to the near corner. Nobody there to take it for the Jaguars. Jackson Salata gathers it in defensively for Butler, as this puck is sent into Thomas Jefferson territory. Mahoney plays it in the neutral zone. McCann back to the Butler blue line. This outlet pass goes off a Butler stick, and TJ plays it back into the Golden Tornado zone. Doherty at the side of his net for Spencer. Spencer lost an edge. Dangerous moment here, perhaps for TJ, but Spencer picks himself right back up and is able to play it around the boards. Not out, though. Oh, bouncing puck took a deflection right in front of Doherty. And fortunately for his sake, it went wide. Now the other way comes TJ. Here's Mahoney. Mahoney on goal, save made, and the rebound skitters away. Outlet pass by Lance Smith. Mahoney had to reach back for that one. He couldn't reel it in. And now Smith will pull it in and skate it up to center himself. Smith over the Butler blue line. Smith looking for space from a bad angle. Puts it in the stomach of Delaney, who covers for the faceoff as one of the Jaguars is decked right in front. That was Jake Stock looking for a cheapie. And he will repair back toward the Thomas Jefferson bench, as we are 1 minute past the midpoint of period one with still no score. Weiss taking the face-off against Hardsock, and Hardsock is able to get it back to the red line, and here's a chance the other way for Butler. Centering pass intended there for Jace Renwick, the freshman, did not connect. TJ trying to get his transition game going, but to do that, you need the puck, and it's all the way back in Thomas Jefferson territory. Butler wins this 50-50 battle, but can't retain possession, and Weiss taking matters into his own hands is around the defense. Weiss to the goal. Save made, Delaney. Oh, Nathan Weiss, the junior, did everything but score. And Delaney, the junior for Butler, continues to be that team's best player, arguably, in this opening frame. Weiss over the line again from the right hash mark. Has a man wide open on the left side at Smith. Smith, that shot blocked. And gapping it up was Rocco Pellegrino as he comes the other way for Butler. Pellegrino off the blocker of Doherty. And a shot block there in front by Lance Smith. As icing is whistled on TJ with 6 1/4 to go in the first. Jaguars win the defensive zone draw. Derek Schliebner from the corner watches this puck go by. Caller out to center for Schliebner. Schliebner over the line. Has a man trailing the play. That's Hintemeyer. He puts it out in front off the blocker of Delaney, who had his hand pinned to the ice, trying to close off that near post. Off the glass, it's sent back to center beyond the reach of Caller. Roskovsky sends it deep for Butler. Schliebner anticipates and sends it off a Butler's skate as the Golden Tornado, I think we're trying to make a line change perhaps there. Break for TJ. Here comes Seiler toward the goal, and Delaney might have gotten a piece of that one as well. Seiler puts it wide. Hintemeyer hustling to catch up to the rebound. Caller back to the point for Schliebner. Behind the net for Hintemeyer. Hintemeyer reaches back for this puck, tries to run a backdoor play, but he can't. Seiler gathers it in and can't fire off a turnaround shot as Butler plays takeaway. And a misplay there by the Jaguars. Chance the other way for Butler, and a shot save made by Doherty, and there is no rebound. Oh, nearly a very costly turnover there by TJ, but Doherty was equal to the task. And off the faceoff, it's Scott Allen getting tied up as this puck goes behind the net. Allen plays it for McGurk. McGurk for Allen. Allen couldn't handle it. Kept alive at the right point by Worsley. Worsley into the glove of Doherty, who will take no chances. Worsley against Allen for the faceoff, and Allen ties up Worsley to win the faceoff for his team. Johnson out in front. One of the Golden Tornado was knocked down. That was Brady Bauer, the senior forward. Maybe TJ getting away with a call there, as none was announced. McCann from his own boards. Unable to clear the zone. Bauer going in after this puck. And Spencer beats him to it as it comes to McCann near side. McCann up through center. McCann over the line. McCann through a crowd. Kick save Delaney. The rebound cleared by Freeze. Nice. Allen plays that puck cleanly. No high stick, they say. From behind his own net, Allen gets rid of it just before he gets dumped into the TJ bench, and here comes McGurk. McGurk on the left wing side. Centering pass, nobody home. Anthony Trombat, the JV caller for Butler, stands up as man there in his own zone as this shot is denied by Delaney. McCann gets it in deep for Thomas Jefferson. Loose at the side of the net. Picked up by Denny. Up but not out. Jake Stock drops it for Smith. Smith around the boards. Carson Bish, the junior defenseman, the only one there to accept it. And Butler will be able to clear the zone. No, they won't. What a hustling play there by Mahoney. Mahoney out in front. Stock shoots. Oh, kick save. Point blank by Delaney. Cross-ice pass intended for Stock wouldn't go. Out in front it comes. It's still loose. And Butler dodges a big-time bullet as Trombat comes outside of zone. Now peels back, attracting attention from Mahoney the whole way. Renwick up ahead. And that shot from distance is kicked out loudly by Doherty. Smith behind his own cage for Mahoney. Mahoney sends it deep. And we get a whistle here from the trailing official when a high stick called. And it's going to be against a JV call-up, Trombat. So Thomas Jefferson will get the game's first power play in the final 2:11 of a scoreless first period. TJ really struggling on special teams this year. 13.8% of the power play coming in, 10th in Class AA. Big chance to improve upon that right here. Clean face-off win to the point. Best on the backhand for Sondheimer. Comes near side now. And a hard hit there on Nathan Weiss. Down low it comes to Seiler. Seiler left point for Best. Best cross ice. Good deflection there as Grant Holt read the play for Butler, but TJ keeps it inside the zone. Here's Weiss, makes a move, shoots, blocker save Delaney. Again, Butler unable to clear. Here's Brian Spencer, slapper, score! What do you say? TJ power play, 1-0 Jaguars. Spencer took the shot. That might have hit Seiler on the way in. I thought I saw that puck change direction at the last second. Delaney, who has been standing on his head for Butler in this period, unable to catch up to that one, and the Jags draw first blood. A power play goal, again, just what the doctor ordered for this TJ offense to break the ice late in this first period. And those late period goals sometimes can be big momentum boosts for the team that scores them. And for the team that gives them up, they can be the exact opposite. So let's see how Butler responds here in the final minute 15 of first period play. This puck is Murphy dumped back into the TJ zone, where it's played defensively by the Jaguars. Intercepting for Butler is Freeze. Freeze sends it deep into TJ territory where Lance Smith takes it. Outlets it to Best. Best survived that poke check, but he can't survive the shoulder check from Adam Deal. Pavlik going in after this one aggressively for Butler as TJ is content to just clear this puck back to neutral ice. Final 37 of the period. Hintemeyer out to center for Best. Freeze has it for Butler. For Bish. Smith sends it into Butler territory. Outlet pass for Roskovsky. Roskovsky gets around his man. That's Derek Schliebner. As this puck is sent back to the left point, but nobody's home. 12 seconds to go in the period. As this puck is put errantly by Hoffman, Nick Hoffman, the junior D-man, into his own bench. So we'll get a face-off with 8.5 ticks to talk in period one. 1-0 Thomas Jefferson on the power play goal. Unofficially credited to Brian Spencer. If it goes to him, it'll be his second of the season. And if it goes to Kyle Seiler, it'll be his second of the season. Five seconds left as this puck goes under the stick of Schliebner. And that'll do it for period one here at the Ice Castle. in Castle Shannon, Pennsylvania, where the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars lead their Class AA counterparts, the Butler Golden Tornado, by a score of 1-0. I'm Matt Popchock, and you're watching PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10 Band TV, presented by the Academy of Podiatry. Back here at the trackside rink at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon for game 1 of 2 on tonight's PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on 10 Band TV, presented by the Academy of Podiatry. First period shots on goal, 14-5 in favor of the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars, who lead the Butler Golden Tornado by a score of 1-0. And for now, that aforementioned power play goal with 1:34 left in the first does belong to Brian Spencer, so that'll be his second tally of the year. Nathan Weiss and Kyle Seiler picking up the assists. And that's where we stand as period 2 is now underway. So 13 saves for E.J. Delaney in that first period, and many of the quality shot variety. Butler comes into the zone, offside. Pellegrino entering the zone a hair too fast, 16 seconds into the second period. And so in front of the Butler bench, it'll be Worsley for the Golden Tornado taking the face-off against Allen, and Worsley wins it to his defense. Pellegrino sends it deep. Smith, the TJ captain, sends it to the boards. Hard hit there on Jack Johnson. Johnson out in front, went by everybody, but kept alive by Bauer. Bauer to the opposite corner. Sends it near corner now. Thomas Jefferson trying to shield this puck and get it back to neutral ice, and they will be able to do so. Holt going D to D with Pellegrino. And the defenseman will play pitch and catch one more time as this puck is kept in. No, not quite at the right point. A good effort nonetheless by Strutt as Butler enters the TJ zone. Jack Johnson gets dumped on his backside, but is no worse for the wear. Bauer through a screen and a crowd, and that just missed the net. Bauer trying to tuck it inside the near post to get Butler on the board as Doherty covers inside the blue area. Wholesale substitutions for both teams now in a 1-0 game, early second. To the point it comes. Clean face-off win there by the Golden Tornado, and it's sent behind the net for Denny. Denny reversing the play for Salata. Loose puck picked up by TJ. Oliver defensively playing it back to center. And Oliver takes this outlet pass from Stock that Butler sends back the other direction. And from his own end, here's Nick Hoffman trying to send it up ahead for Owen Denny. Denny unable to take that lead pass. And Denny was very well covered in the process as well. But Butler has it. Trombat from behind the TJ net, trying to backdoor it to a man in front. But again, Thomas Jefferson had everybody covered. Behind the goal comes Trombat out in front. Backdoor play, side of the net. Now it goes through the blue paint and wide. Butler with a good shift in the offensive zone there as Mahoney comes back the other way for TJ. Mahoney on his backhand. Behind the net for Oliver. Oliver out in front. It comes to Spencer, the lone goal scorer, and Fan on the slap shot. And here's Butler the other way, 2-on-2. Salata for Trombat. Trombat from his off wing. Trombat for Salata. Salata puts it off the side of the net. A big break there for TJ. And a chance the other way for Stock. Stock has a clean path to goal. Jake Stock to the goal. Puts it off the side of the net. Stock had the opening he wanted. It rolled off his stick at the last second. Oh, what a fortunate stroke of puck luck there for the Golden Tornado. That had 2-0 written all over it. Now, Jake Stock had a 3-point night in one of the regular season games last year between these teams and very nearly had himself a goal there. Now, last minute equipment check there by Nick Best as the puck is dropped, and TJ has it. Side of the net. Put off the side of the net by Nathan Weiss. Back to center it comes. Derek Schliebner up for Best. Best takes a hard shoulder hit there from Holt as Butler sends it in deep. Schliebner between the circles. Lost it there to Hardsock. Off the referee it comes. A break there for Butler. Nick Best putting his man into the glass there. Hardsock puts it off the boards and behind the Thomas Jefferson goal. And meanwhile, here's Weiss kicking at it for TJ. Thomas Jefferson coming back 4 men strong. It's 4-on-2. Weiss, that shot from a tight angle blocked. Good gap control there by Bish. Weiss still has it though for TJ. Weiss, top of the right circle, through a crowd, blockered away by Delaney. Sondheimer behind the net for Best. Best trying to center it for Weiss. That pass broken up right in front of the Butler net. Good shift here by the Jaguars, leading 1-0. Behind the net it comes for Best. Best for Sondheimer. Sondheimer out in front. Oh, Delaney cut that one off. And Weiss forces a steal. Dogged determination by Thomas Jefferson on this cycle. Schliebner from long range. Save Delaney. No rebound as tempers flare. And both teams 1 fresh players on before this face-off. And we're going to get a penalty here. A cross-checking call on Nick Best. So the Golden Tornado with a chance to equalize here with 12:32 to go to the ice cut in a 1-0 game. Butler, another team that came in toward the bottom of the barrel on the power play, coming in at 19% even. Good for 8th of the 11 teams in Class AA. The only goal of this game, so far, was a power play tally late in the first by Brian Spencer, the sophomore defenseman for Thomas Jefferson. Butler wins the faceoff and puts it wide of the net, and the rebound is taken behind the net by Hardsock. And into the corner now for Worsley. Worsley surveying the play. Thomas Jefferson setting up in a diamond penalty kill formation as Worsley has it at the right hash. Worsley, far corner. Up top for Salata. Down low to Worsley. Worsley, cross ice. That centering pass broken up. Good read there by Strutt. Worsley with it again for Butler. Centers it for Holt. Holt. Snap pass, save made. Rebound, and it's stopped by Doherty. I think that extra second of hesitation by Braden Hardsock may have cost him the game-tying goal there, as Doherty was able to scramble to his right in time to squeeze off that puck.
Slow on the trigger.
1:16 to go in the minor penalty on Best. Thomas Jefferson looking to continue to improve its stead on special teams. They came in last in the penalty kill at 62.9%, but off to a good start here. And a chance shorthanded as Delaney has to make a save, doesn't know where it is. It's loose at the side of the net, and somehow Nathan Weiss is unable to jam it in, and Weiss gets dumped behind the Butler net. Thomas Jefferson student section furious that there was no call, but we continue to play 5-on-4 in Butler's favor here with 50 seconds to go in the Golden Tornadoes' man advantage. Worsley just able to keep it inside the line, but Thomas Jefferson does get it clear. Oliver gets it, or Smith, excuse me, gets it back to center. Half a minute to go in the power play now. Here's Trombat over the TJ blue line. Dropping for Hardsock. His shot, that might have been deflected by a TJ stick as it sails up into the protective netting behind Aiden Doherty. Worsley with 26 to go in the Butler power play will take the face-off against Oliver. Oliver wins it cleanly for TJ, and Spencer is unable to clear the zone. Pellegrino kept it alive for Denny. Denny goes cross-ice, too strong for Trombat. Up top it goes for Bish. Bish's shot deflected wide. Bouncing puck from the near corner. Misses everyone and everything. And Bish has to retreat to play it, and that should just about do it for this Butler power play. So a successful kill for the Jaguars to maintain it, their 1-0 advantage with 10.5 to go in period 2. Spencer gave it away. Shot from the side of the net. Shot misses the side of the net, I should say, as Denny put everything he had into that one. Turnover forced by Pellegrino to Worsley down low. Butler looking for a deflection right on Doherty's doorstep as it's loose in front and swept out of there by Spencer. And TJ is content just to take the icing call here with just over 10 to go in the period. Now, Butler has been a strong second period team this year. 17 second period goals. That's actually the 4th most in Class AA. But Thomas Jefferson continuing to shut the door in front of Aiden Doherty as it remains a 1-0 game. Bouncing puck played by McCann. Off the boards, back to center. McGurk, nice little draw pass there for Scott Allen. Allen, wrister, off the iron! Allen found metal, but not mesh. Roskovsky the other way, puts it right into the stomach of Aiden Doherty, who freezes. Oh, E.J. Delaney continuing to play with fire at the other end of the ice as that shot by Scott Allen caught the right post. Clean face-off win by Butler. Here's Hoffman off the glass. Bouncing puck controlled by Allen defensively. Up for McGurk. McGurk lost an edge, but still is able to get it up ahead to Gallus. Gallus around his man. Gallus to the goal. Score! Ryan Gallus passes a camel through the eye of a needle, and it's 2-0 TJ. Gallus, his first of the varsity season. Remember that, kids. Shoot the puck from anywhere. You never know. E.J. Delaney thought he had the angle covered, but Ryan Gallus thought otherwise, and the junior scores for the first time this season to make it a 2-0 game. And off the face-off, defensively, here is Ashton Collar, unable to clear the zone. Butler looking for a quick answer here, now down 2 as we approach the midpoint of the game. And a shot fanned on from right between the circles by Johnson. Jaguars clear it, and this will be icing against the home team. And that's another thing you need when you're a struggling team. You need offense from unlikely sources, and TJ getting it so far. A power play goal from their sophomore defenseman, Brian Spencer, and Ryan Gallus, the junior forward, getting on the sheet for the first time in varsity play this season to give TJ some breathing room here at home against Butler. Off the face-off, a kick save by Doherty. Didn't know where the rebound was. It's behind him, and it's played near side by Smith. Smith outletting it for Best. Best over the line, 1-on-2. Best shoots it off Delaney, and the rebound goes wide. Behind the net it comes now to Nick Best. Best. That puck is on a string right now for Best. Centers it. Oh, that went off Delaney's leg, actually. It's put off the side of the net, and Delaney will be able to cover this puck and freeze it for a face-off. Nick Best, a junior, you could say living up to the surname tonight. He has handled the puck really well on a couple of shifts in particular for TJ. Oliver off the faceoff, gets it to the point for Smith. Double team along the far glass. Mahoney has it. Mahoney knocked down. Play continues. To the point it comes for Lance Smith. Bouncing puck kicked out of there by Delaney. The rebound to Spencer. Spencer, score! Thank you, sir. May I have another? 3-0 Thomas Jefferson Jaguars as Brian Spencer smacks it home from the center point. That also might have caught something on the way in, as it just kind of knuckled under the crossbar in behind Delaney. But unofficially, it will be Brian Spencer's second goal of the night. And third of the season, with 8 minutes till they cut the ice here at the Ice Castle. Roskovsky gets ridden into the boards there by Schliebner. Drew Schliebner, that is, as Aiden Doherty is forced to cover in front of himself inside the blue paint. And this will be a face-off in TJ ice.
Thomas Jefferson goes scored by number 97, Brian Spencer, second on the campaign. Assisted by number 89, Mahoney.
Jake Stock over the line, possible 2-on-1, make it a 3-on-1, but Oliver unable to center it for Mahoney, who was open briefly at the side of the net. The Jags just a little bit out of sync there as Butler tries to get his transition game going. Now down 3 goals with 7:20 to go in the second period. But here comes TJ one more time. Mahoney over the line as Oliver is tied up, drops it off. Schliebner into the stomach of Delaney as the freshman is unable to find the twine. Nick Minton calling for a line change here before the defensive zone faceoff as the Golden Tornadoes suddenly under siege. Delaney doing everything he can to keep his team in it, but Butler unable to find an answer for Aiden Doherty at the other end. And TJ, you get the feeling they've maybe broken the dam a little bit in this second period. Allen behind the net. Allen pulls around to the right hash. Center point for Drew Schliebner. Side of the net, oh! Unable to tip it in was Gallus, looking for his second. McGurk with it on his forehand. For Derek Schliebner, his shot goes wide. Thomas Jefferson has the hop right now, and they have the puck. but not for long as it's sent back through neutral ice. Derek Schliebner retreating, no icing they say. His outlet pass is onto the tape of Ryder McGurk. McGurk over the line. McGurk poke checked, but stays with it. McGurk behind the net. Withstands the hit from Carson Bish. Behind the goal line for Allen. Allen, nifty little maneuver there, and now we get a whistle and a stoppage in play as McGurk and Bish are going at it. And now Gallus and Bauer get involved. And so we'll be getting penalties here with 6:20 to go to the ice cut. Gallus and McGurk going off. And Bish going off for Butler. So somewhere in that little fracas, TJ picked up a retaliation penalty, and right now John Zeiler's getting the explanation. And he seems content with the explanation. And if you're TJ, you don't want to do your opponent any favors here. You've built that lead, you're in control here at home late in the second period. And if Butler is able to, get a couple of good shifts in and will their way back into the game, so be it. But you don't want to let emotions get the best of you when there's still so much more time and a lot of time for strange things to happen, as we have seen happen in this building in the first half of the season. Second power play of the game for Butler. It is 0 for 1 thus far. And off the face-off, TJ is unable to clear the zone. Salata toward the net. That was deflected wide. And McGurk picked up the extra penalty. Didn't see officially what the indication was, but he is in the box as this shot just misses from Worsley from the right circle. As Allen dumps his man at the blue line. That was Holt getting the worst of that one. Shot pass misses everything. TJ still unable to clear. Puck comes free to Hardsock. Left point. Hardsock behind the net. Waiting for it is Worsley. McCann trying to cut it off. Allen hustling to catch up to this one. He can't. Room for Worsley. Side of the net. One-timer whiffed on by Hardsock. 1:10 to go in the Butler power play, and the Golden Tornado have to tag up here. And apparently they did, as McCann gets it up ahead, and a chance the other way, shorthanded for TJ. Here's Nick Best, has a man open. It's Allen. Allen diving after this puck, couldn't get it toward goal. A good effort there, but that pass just a little too far from Best. Salata off a skate, never made it through. Oh, Doherty made a save on the follow-up attempt from Hardsock. 43 to go on the Butler power play. Good keep there by the Golden Tornado. Holt from his off wing. Down low for Hardsock. Hardsock into the glove of Doherty, who reaches out and says, "I'll take that, thank you very much." And Zeiler wants to change penalty killers with 32 seconds to go in the extra infraction against McGurk. Unsportsmanlike conduct was the indication against McGurk. The other two players receiving coincidental cross-checking minors, as you may have just heard on public address. Clean face-off win by the Golden Tornado. Through a crowd it comes. The puck is loose, and it comes all the way to the corner where the Golden Tornado have it. 20 to go in their second power play of the night. Butler needs a spark here, down 3-0. Trombat's turnaround shot was blocked. Pellegrino, cross ice for Trombat. Shot pass broken up, and TJ is going to be able to clear, and this should do it. This lead pass for Kohler is too far, but it doesn't matter as the teams are back to equal strength. 4:15 to go to the ice cut. TJ with a commanding 3-0 lead. Spencer retreating behind his own net. He scored twice tonight for the Jaguars. Outlet pass for Hintemeyer. Hintemeyer gets it in behind the Butler net. This centering pass by Kohler intended for Hintemeyer was too far. Here come the Golden Tornado 2-on-2. Trombat dances around a man. Trombat Behind the goal, Trombat ridden into the glass by Smith. And icing will be called here against the Jaguars, as both officials being met with a modicum of hostility. Some activity taking place away from the Thomas Jefferson goal moments ago, but nothing comes of it. And so we'll drop it to the left of Aiden Doherty with 3:37 to go in the period. A good shoulder check there by Nathan Holland in behind the TJ goal line, but the Jaguars are able to get the puck back to center, and now Butler has to tag up. Derek Schliebner for Jake Stock. Stock for Mahoney. Mahoney over the Butler blue line, offside. Oliver could not get back on time. Clean face-off win by TJ. To the corner it goes. Bish trying to play it. He couldn't. Mahoney got there first, but he gave it right up to Jace Renwick of Butler. Roskowski up ahead, trying to hook up with Holland. Butler is offside. 3 minutes to go to the ice cut. 3-0 lead for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. First meeting of the season between these Class AA clubs. Of course, as I said earlier, TJ swept the regular season series last season en route to its Penguins Cup championship. Its first since its head coach, John Zeiler, was a player back in 2000. Sondheimer on his backhand, and the alternate captain draws a whistle here in a stoppage in play. And we're going to get more coincidental penalties here. Referee Naylor making the call against Holt of Butler and Best of TJ, respectively. Cross-checking the indication against Holt. And I didn't see an official indication against Best. Now Nick Minton, the Butler head coach, wants an explanation. And so the Zebras converge, and a brief delay here before the faceoff in Butler territory. Weiss takes the face-off for TJ against Worsley of Butler. Weiss wins it. To the corner for Hintemeyer. To the point for McCann. Deflected wide. Strutt gets there to the rebound. Good pinch by the Thomas Jefferson blue liner. But Butler clears, and Butler is going to be penalized behind the play. Strutt was shaken up in the near corner. Now, one of the Jaguars we saw slammed his stick in frustration, so this might just have been the official stopping play for a potential injury, as Strutt has not yet gotten up. And he appears to be okay now. And now Strutt is being told that he has to leave the ice because of the play being whistled dead for injury. And so the faceoff will come in neutral territory with 2.5 to go in the second. And so they're just going to drop it at center ice. And Butler wins the faceoff. Here comes Bauer, wide of the stick side of Doherty. And here come the Golden Tornado. Worsley shooting it into Doherty's glove. And with a flash of the leather, he'll hold for a faceoff. Worsley scored twice in the season series last year between these teams. Always have to be on the lookout for him. And he'll stay on to take this faceoff for the Golden Tornado. And this time it's TJ that prevails in the faceoff circle. Derek Schliebner up ahead to Ryder McGurk. McGurk leads it for Allen. Allen thought about going to Schliebner. Instead, he'll shoot it himself and right in the stomach of E.J. Delaney, who had no idea where that puck was. It was pinned up against his equipment somehow. Not sure how that one stayed out. And so they'll drop it in Butler ice with just over 2 minutes left in the period. Off the faceoff, here's Hardsock. Up ahead for Holland. That's not Holland, I beg your pardon. That's Carter Blystone, the sophomore forward. And coming the other way is Thomas Jefferson. Here's Scott Allen losing an edge. Allen in the corner, hit hard in the glass by Adam Deal. And Allen getting up slowly. McGurk retaliating in Butler territory against Kean Freeze as Freeze gains the red line and dumps it in. And it's starting to get a little nasty between these teams as the second period winds down. Gallus, one-touch pass to McGurk. McGurk 1-on-2. McGurk on his backhand to the goal off the side of the net. McCann from the corner. McGurk, top of the circle, over top the cage, missed everything. Derek Schliebner sends it down low for McGurk.
1 minute remaining in the period.
To the point it comes, underneath McCann's stick. And a chance the other way possibly for Butler. Here's a slapper from a bad angle taken by Braden Pavlik that misses everything. Schliebner from the corner. Up ahead now to Seiler. Seiler has a man breaking to the net. It's Hintemeyer. Seiler taking it himself. Hintemeyer puts it into Delaney's stomach. Where's the puck? It's behind the goal line with 28 seconds left in the period. Butler sending this puck deep. No icing. Good hustle there by Roskovsky to get there. Golden Tornado trying the backdoor play. It's loose in front of Doherty, and Doherty reaches out with that left paw to cover. 10.6 to go. Now let's see if Butler draws something up off the offensive zone faceoff. They're looking for any kind of positive they can find to build on here, down 3-0 at the Ice Castle. And off the tie-up, it's put right on net, and Doherty was ready. Jack Johnson camped out right in his grill there looking for the rebound, and there wasn't any. This time TJ able to go forward off the faceoff, and they get it back to center. And so we will cut the ice at the Ice Castle. Couple of goals from the defense provided by Brian Spencer and Ryan Gallus with his first of the varsity campaign to make it Thomas Jefferson Jaguars 3, Butler Golden Tornado nothing after 2 periods of play here in Castle Shannon, PA. I'm Matt Popchock, and you are watching it all on PIHL Hockey Night Live on 10 Band TV, presented by the Academy of Podiatry.
Well, I got sunshine. If I could catch it in a bottle, I would save it for a rainy day. Yeah. American boy, small hometown, little slice of heaven everywhere I look around. Got a baseball field, a swimming pool, a fishing hole and more. Got everything I need and it's right.
Ah, look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Well, I got sunshine. If I could catch it in a bottle, I would save it for a rainy day. Yeah. American boy, small hometown, little slice of heaven everywhere I look around. Got a baseball field, a swimming pool, a fishing hole and more. Got everything I need and it's right.
Ah, look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. We utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Well,
Back here at the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon as we get ready for the third period of Game 1 of 2 in our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader on 10 Band TV, presented by the Academy of Podiatry. Dr. John Snyder, Dr. Zachary Thomas and company going to take great care of all your foot and ankle needs. Bethel Park, White Oak, and Dormont, the locations. Give them a call sometime, 412-831-1515. And special thanks to local band Nomad for the music that you've been hearing during our commercial breaks. What does Nomad stand for, excuse me, you might ask? North of Mason-Dixon. We got a north versus south battle here as the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars lead the Butler Golden Tornado 3-0 in PIHL Class AA action. Butler picking up its game in that second period, as we've told you they are wont to do, with 10 shots on goal, but TJ still ahead in that category with 14 more. So 14-10 the shots on goal for the second period, 28-15 for the game in favor of the Jaguars. Thomas Jefferson getting on the score sheet first with 1:34 to go in the first period on a power play goal by Brian Spencer from Weiss and Seiler. In the second period, TJ scoring twice, 1:22 apart. Ryan Gallus at even strength from Ryder McGurk, and Spencer again, this time at even strength from Liam Mahoney at 7:36 and 8:58 respectively. And that's where we stand right now. That's the story. That and a couple of big penalty kills as the Golden Tornado have made that donut disappear. Rocco Pellegrino, 28 seconds into the third period, nuzzles that nylon. His first goal of the season. And the senior defenseman has given the Golden Tornado some life. Well, I was just about to say Thomas Jefferson with those two penalty kills really seizing momentum in this game, but don't go away just yet. An early strike there by Butler, which is exactly what the Golden Tornado needed. You got to get an early one if you're going to climb that 3-goal mountain. And this looks like it will be Pellegrino's goal for now. Off the face-off, the Golden Tornado come back to center. Here's Johnson. Trailed by Worsley. Dumped in by Johnson. Bauer centers it to nobody in particular. Spencer plays it back to center for Mahoney. Mahoney's lead pass intended for Stock, intercepted by Butler, but not for very long. Here comes Stock right back on this puck. Nifty little maneuver there, but he's poke-checked at the last moment, and Butler comes back 2-on-2 the other way. Here's Worsley creating space, putting it into the body of Spencer, who swallowed that shot attempt.
56, Rocco Pellegrino. Assistant by number 89, Carson Bish. Time to go 16:32 in the third period.
Pellegrino's defensive partner, Carson Bish, the junior, getting the only assist on that Butler goal. As Best cranks one off the blocker of Delaney, who saw it all the way. Schliebner unable to keep it in with his glove, and a chance maybe the other way for Butler, but a good job of stick-to-itiveness there by Schliebner. As this off-balance shot by Pavlik goes off a Thomas Jefferson leg. That of Lance Smith, I believe. Shot went wide of the blue paint, taken there by the alternate captain, Carson Bish, who just set up that aforementioned goal by Pellegrino. Out in front it comes, played by Schliebner. Schliebner trying to locate this puck now at his feet. He finally does, but can't clear it. Here's Bish on the backhand. To the goal, it's loose, Doherty covers. And suddenly the Golden Tornado with a little bit of mojo to begin this third period of play. Well, both teams in this game getting offense from defense. And it's a 2-goal cushion now for TJ with 14:40 to play. Off the face-off, Trombat puts it over the net. Around to the half wall it comes. Thomas Jefferson plays it off its own bench, and that actually went out of play right at the blue line. So let's see where they put the face-off. They're going to put it just outside the stripe. Naylor will do the honors, and Butler wins the face-off. Thomas Jefferson defensively, near side for Smith. Back for his defensive partner, Spencer, who has scored twice for TJ. In the near corner, Seiler skating out with it for Thomas Jefferson. Seiler from the center point puts it wide of the goal. Back to Smith it comes. Lance Smith unable to tee that one up as he puts it out of play. And so we'll face it off just inside the Butler zone with 3 minutes gone by in period 3. Both teams making line changes. Allen to take the face off against Deal, and Allen won it for TJ. To the near corner it comes for Gallus, who has the other Thomas Jefferson goal. Try to go to McCann at the left point. McCann too well tied up by 2 men. Deal and Blystone forcing him outside the area. And here comes McGurk to the goal. Shot on Delaney. Oh, a sneaky little play there to Gallus, but Delaney is able to hold on. Allen versus Deal in the face-off circle one more time. This time Deal gets it, but Thomas Jefferson is able to get a shot on goal off the face-off, and Delaney had to make a save. Up through center it comes. Is it far enough for icing? Yes, it is, says referee Crawford. And so we bring it back into Butler territory. And we'll do it again, same spot. Different players, though, this time. Andrew Oliver, the alternate captain for TJ, against Parker Worsley of Butler. And ultimately, the Golden Tornado are able to get this puck not quite outside the zone. Jake Stock from the top of the left circle, try to go back to McCann, nothing doing. Freeze getting physical to try to win that battle. Out in front it comes, bouncing puck, side of the net, still loose, picked up by Worsley. Worsley comes through center for Butler. Over the TJ blue line, Worsley ducks around a check. Now he goes down right on his stomach as play continues. McCann with it left side for TJ. That pass too heavy for Stock, and the Jaguars have to tag up here as they have it at center. They do. McCann goes in after this one. McCann hitting the brakes. McCann withstanding pressure there as it comes around the boards for Schliebner. Schliebner off the glass. Taken now by Mahoney. Up for McCann. McCann down low for Jake Stock. Stock behind the net. Stock out in front, still loose. Sent to the point, not out. Schliebner through a crowd. That never made it through. I think Hoffman might have gotten a piece of that defensively for Butler, and here come the Golden Tornado as Brady Bowers unable to hang on to this puck as he drove the TJ net. Pavlik retreating as he leaves it for McCann. I think Butler just wanted to make a line change there, and they'll have to play this puck instead from behind their own goal line. Outlet pass, too heavy for Pavlik. Lance Smith has it for TJ. Near side for Weiss. Weiss had a man up ahead. That was Best. Finally found him, but it was too late. Weiss gonna shoot it anyway. That was blocked. Smith off the stick of Pavlik and wide. Smith ducking around a check as he gets shoulder bumped there by Holland. Up ahead it comes now for Dwayne Sondheimer. Sondheimer in the corner, out in front. Best couldn't catch up to that centering pass. And now the Golden Tornado will get it back into TJ territory as they complete their line change. Nick Best up ahead for Nathan Weiss. Weiss in the near corner, behind the goal now. Good poke check there by one of the Golden Tornado. Comes near side for Smith. Smith behind the net, under the stick of Best. Weiss has it. Weiss fighting off a check. Pellegrino applying the pressure for Butler as this puck is loose at the top of the left circle. Down low it comes for Sondheimer. Sondheimer rubbed off the play by Pellegrino, the lone goal scorer for Butler. And the Golden Tornado are going to ice this puck with 10:05 to go in regulation. It's a 3-1 game here at the Ice Castle thanks to Rocco Pellegrino's early third period tally. Butler scoring 28 seconds in. Thomas Jefferson has since been able to stop the bleeding. Off the face-off here, Seiler. Seiler to his forehand for Spencer. Now for Seiler. Seiler, snapshot save, Delaney. No rebound. Collar against Salata in the face-off to Delaney's left. And caller wanted for TJ. Bouncing puck goes in behind the Butler net. Centered out in front by everybody. And TJ has to retreat to play this puck. No icing, they say. Spencer from the far corner. Up to center it goes. Now Smith retreating. Over to Seiler. Seiler up ahead. And this outlet pass goes off the official, actually, right in front of the Butler bench. As that outlet pass was attempted by Nick Hoffman. And now Seiler's going to get this puck inside the offensive zone for Hintemeyer. Hintemeyer out in front. Seiler flips it just wide of the post. Hintemeyer drop pass. Through a crowd, this shot blasted wide by Spencer. Hintemeyer, center point. Turnaround try. That went just wide, and Delaney might have caught a piece of that. Spencer, right point for Hintemeyer. Midway through the third period. Out in front, it's deflected up into the rafters and out of play. And at the exact midpoint of period 3, it's Thomas Jefferson 3, Butler 1. Coming up next, a South Hills grudge match here at the Ice Castle between the Pennsylvania Cup champions of Class AAA, the Peters Township Indians, and the Class AA Pennsylvania Cup champions of 2021, the Baldwin Highlanders. Those two teams meeting for the first time since last year's 3A Penguins Cup playoffs. A game that was won by Peters Township en route to its 6th state title all time. So you want to stick around for that one here on 10 Band TV. Long lead pass, and we do mean long, way too far for Johnson. And this will be icing on Butler. Allen against Worsley, and Allen ties up his man and wins the faceoff for TJ. To Drew Schliebner. Floating puck, bouncing at the side of the net. Wraparound try, and they're going to say TJ played it with a high stick. Allen not happy with the call, but play whistled dead with under 8 to go in the third period, and they'll face it off again, I believe, to the right of Delaney. Correction, that's going to be to the left of Aiden Doherty. Zeiler getting the explanation from officials. Pellegrino stood up at the right point, and a chance the other way maybe for McGurk. McGurk puts it off the leg of Delaney, and the rebound came out to Allen, but he couldn't settle it down. Adam Deal counterattacking for Butler. Deal puts a shove on Schliebner as this puck is poked the other way by McGurk, and McGurk might have another chance. McGurk has Allen open down the middle. He goes that way, but Allen can't take the centering pass. That puck was behind him as TJ tries to burn Butler with its transition game. McGurk flying on this shift for the Jaguars. Out in front it comes. Too far. TJ has to tag up here. Drew Schliebner cross ice for Derek Schliebner, the freshman. And Derek will get it deep and come off for a line change here. Carter Blystone playing this puck at center red for Adam Deal. Deal stick checked by Gallus. Up ahead now for Mahoney. Mahoney can't find this puck. No miscommunication there by TJ. As the Jaguars are a little discombobulated, and now they're offside. Oliver with a clean face-off win for Thomas Jefferson. McCann gets it deep. Holland from his own boards. Behind the net, played defensively by Bish, the big tall alternate captain. Zach Strutt has it for TJ, up for Jake Stock. Stock dumps it in. Taken off the boards by McCann. McCann couldn't keep it in the zone. And here the other way comes Pavlik. Pavlik bounces it through the legs of Strutt as Strutt retaliates. Kept at the left point there by Bish. Bish fights through it. Bish has a man open in the right circle. This wrister blockered away by Doherty. Roskovsky was wide open, but he couldn't solve Aiden Doherty. And a steal here by TJ. Snapshot, save made! Jake Stock robbed from close range by E.J. Delaney. And so we face it off in Butler territory. A face-off won by the Jaguars. Best puts it wide of the goal. Drop pass, snapper, kick save made, rebound, pinned against the side of the net by Delaney for another face-off. Both junior goaltenders getting locked in here as time ticks away in the third period. 5:38 to play. Thomas Jefferson trying to protect a 3-1 lead over the Butler Golden Tornado. And off the face-off, it's sticked aside by Delaney. Up ahead of the play was Trombat, looking to cherry pick something there for Butler, but instead TJ will ice this puck with 5:24 to play. They're not going to say icing, they're going to say offside actually on the Jaguars, so the faceoff comes right just shy of the Butler blue line, which TJ crosses as I speak. Now the Jaguars retreating to play this puck. It's Weiss with it, almost gave it away to Trombat. Lead pass intended for Sondheim. And Sondheimer, unable to take that puck because he's rubbed off the play by the other number 22, Kean Freeze. Lance Smith retreating. Official saying no icing. The puck was kicked on its way in behind the goal line. Smith flying for TJ. He shoots just wide of the net. The rebound is put just wide. Turnaround try off the side iron. Oh, Lance Smith, the TJ captain, with blinding speed trying to put this game on ice at the Ice Castle when he whistles that shot just wide of the net. Far corner for Hoffman. Up ahead now to Owen Denny. Denny drops it. Oh, a nifty little pass there for Johnson, but he couldn't take it. And Denny's been quiet in this game for Butler, and that's a feather in the cap of John Zeiler's team. The Golden Tornado's top goal scorer held in check with 4:02 to play in this third period, and the Golden Tornado trailing by a pair. Off the face-off win, here's Worsley. Worsley goes in after his own dump in. He's sent into the glass by Drew Schliebner. Bauer standing up for his teammate there as he puts a hit on Schliebner. Now Schliebner behind his own goal line. Off the boards, and it's pushed back to center by Seiler, but not quite out. Worsley has it. Worsley knocked down as play continues. Good keep here by Grant Holt. Holt down low for Bauer. Bauer trying to center it. He couldn't. Here's Seiler. Good poke check there. A diving play in desperation by Bauer. But Thomas Jefferson's going to get it back to neutral ice anyway. Seiler up ahead to Hintemeyer. Hintemeyer trying to center it for Kohler. Hintemeyer fights through a check as he's sent to his stomach. Up ahead it comes now to Bauer. Bauer hit from behind by McCann. Bauer can't get around Drew Schliebner. Or Derek Schliebner, I beg your pardon. Shot from distance. Doherty has it as Carson Bish fired that on goal. Nick Minton makes a line change, and did I just see him gesture toward goal? Well, it's something to think about. 2:53 left in the third. One wonders when and if he will pull E.J. Delaney. To the point it comes to Pellegrino. That shot blocked. Pellegrino has the only Butler goal and the only goal of this period for that matter. Holland plays this bouncing puck back into his own end for Pellegrino. Thomas Jefferson playing very aggressively here, not shy about doing so in a tight game with 2:23 to go in the third. To the point it comes for Pellegrino. That caught a glove and it bounced right to Doherty. And Doherty was quickly given something for his troubles as he gets tied up with Pavlik after the play. Now Pavlik and McGurk exchanging words and maybe a spear or two in the process. And McGurk and Pavlik chattering all the way back to their respective benches with 2:12 to go. Face-off won by the Golden Tornado. Pellegrino gets it deep. Too far for Denny. Denny tied up by Lance Smith. Smith trying to protect that puck. He can't. Denny works it free. Trombat, the JV move up for Pellegrino. Pellegrino forces a kick save from Doherty. Delaney standing atop his crease, waiting for the signal from his coach, Nick Minton, to come off here with Butler down by 2. Stock gets this puck deep. Applying pressure for TJ is Liam Mahoney. Bish outlets it for Trombat. Trombat 1-on-2. Trombat from the left hash hits the brakes. And now Delaney does come off for the extra man. But TJ has the puck. And here's Spencer. Spencer, can he shoot it for the open net? Spencer, score! And you can break out the chapeaus, baby. A defensive hat trick by Brian Spencer, the sophomore, to make it a 4-1 game with 1:13 to play in the third period. Now, in this rink, we've seen all kinds of things you don't see every day, and that's one of them. A defenseman getting a hat trick for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. Brian Spencer capping it off with the ENG. And that should be enough to give the Jaguars victory number 4 on the campaign. They'll be 4-5 overall. Butler will drop to 2-10.
97, Brian Spencer has started the game. Assisted by number 21, Jake Stock. Time to go is 1:13. That's 97 to 21.
Good centering pass there, intended for Deal. That was broken up by Thomas Jefferson as Delaney is back in net. Drop pass to Deal, and a better save by Doherty. And we've talked about Delaney, and you can't overstate how well Doherty's played at the other end. As Butler, it appears, is going to use its timeout here with 47 seconds to go in regulation. To say the least, the mountain got steeper in the last couple moments. And let's see if Minton decides to tell Delaney to sit this one out as well. It's a 4-1 lead for the Jaguars. Rocco Pellegrino scoring in the first minute of third period play to get the Golden Tornado back in the game, but Thomas Jefferson has shut the door since, and they have added an empty net goal, a hat trick goal by defenseman Brian Spencer, the sophomore. Now let's see what the Golden Tornado can draw up off the offensive zone faceoff here. Worsley's going to take it for Butler against Weiss. And Weiss won it for TJ. But Worsley fights for that puck. Wraparound try, and Doherty pins it against the side of the net. It's still loose. Who has it? Officials lost sight of it. It's across the goal line, it appears. Well, the Butler bench derisively or otherwise yelling goal. They think they've scored, but officials had clearly blown the whistle before that puck was spotted on the other side of the goal line. Face-off won by TJ, and a chance at the open net now for Best. Best is going to fire, and he's going to score. Nick Best, another defenseman getting into the offensive act for the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars. His second goal of the season. And for John Zeiler's Jaguars, a little more icing on the cake.
Thomas Jefferson goal scored by number 8, Nick Best. Time to play 29-7 Butler, third goal. That's number 8.
This puck comes all the way back into Butler territory where Freeze plays it on the backhand. Intercepted by TJ. Collar on his backhand, trying to put it toward the net. He can't. A collision in front of the Butler bench as this puck goes out of play. Final 12 seconds of the game here. And off the face-off, it is sent back to the blue line. Smith kept it alive, puts it toward the net where it goes just wide. That was deflected on its way toward goal. 2 seconds left. That's it, and that's all from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, where you couldn't stop Brian Spencer. You could only hope to contain him. A hat trick by the sophomore defenseman, capped by one of 2 empty net goals at the end of regulation, gives Thomas Jefferson the decisive victory over the Butler Golden Tornado. Final score, the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars 5, the Butler Golden Tornado 1. Special thanks, Todd Kazarowski, producer. Special thanks, Michael Iman, camera operator. And special thanks to you for watching and listening. Peters Township at Baldwin is next here on 10 Band TV. I'm Matt Popchock, and thus concludes Game 1 of our PIHL Hockey Night Live doubleheader presented by the Academy of Podiatry. Stay tuned for Peters and Baldwin.